Well, happy holidays from Don Gatling and Gino Franti, and we bring you the National Real Estate Cafe.
That's right. It is the holiday season, so hopefully you're full of joy and cheer and celebrating you had a great year and looking forward to 2019.
Yeah, hopefully your Thanksgiving was good. Mine was great. How about yours?
It was good. No complaints here.
Ooh, very good.
Yeah.
All right. So
I didn't even have to work this year. My cousin Nick did everything. Thanks, bud.
it is nice. My sister handled it, so
Yep.
yeah, boom.
Boom.
It worked. Also, so it is now the winter months, so it is cooling, and that's not the only thing that's been cooling lately,
All
right?
right.
Gino? Nice
Well,
setup.
Yeah. Well, we've been talking about the housing market cooling, so let's take a look here. Case-Shiller finally came out. We always talk about Case-Shiller has a lag effect to it.
Right.
It's about a 3-month lag. So we were telling you, if you watch the National Real Estate Cafe, you would have known. You don't have to wait for Case-Shiller to tell you. And Case-Shiller is just our confirmation that the market is cooling in some areas. No surprise. In the areas that were the hottest,
Right.
the cooling is the coldest. I don't know, the fastest.
Right.
And it, like Seattle is dropping like a rock. Well, it's been going up at 10 to 12% for like 4 years. It is unsustainable. We talked about this.
But what's nice is that we want to show you that despite the cooling in the market, home prices slowed to 5.5% increase.
Still hot.
Still hot. I mean, it's just not double digits. I mean, we were over 6% for quite a while, 5.7. So it's down to 5.5%. But again, that's house appreciation. So we're getting an adjustment.
Yeah,
so
and this will probably slide all the way down to spring, probably down to 4%.
and here's a big piece. Right now, sales of existing homes are down 9.3% from the peak. Now, this report was from previous month. We're going to, if you stay tuned for the next couple of shows, we're going to show you that, as we've been telling you, it's not the end of the world. It's just a cooling in the market and an adjustment to a more normal market where buyers and sellers actually negotiate on the true value of a home.
Yeah, but you ask yourself, what's the catalyst to this? And I remember that right when Trump took power, the interest rate market just boomed and just went through the roof. And there is a psychological effect in the mind of the buyer when you start something with a different number, right? So if you heard 3.8, 3.6, 3.25, you don't differentiate it. The minute you hear 4 something, you're like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah.
And so that's what happened this time is we started saying 5 something and people lost their minds.
Right, and it does affect affordability. Obviously, we're up almost a full percent higher at this time this year with interest rates than they were a year ago, so that's going to affect affordability. We've had price appreciation, so affordability has become a concern, but also there was a lot of inventory. There's so much pent-up demand that you as a buyer would have buy anything just to get into a home. Now you're a little bit more discriminate and basically said, no, that home isn't worth that because the upgrades aren't there, or I think the price isn't correct. So the seller's got to get back to reality that they can't sell their home for 10 to 15% above market because the market won't warrant it. So now we're just getting back to a normal market.
We're in a tug of war right now, right? The
Right.
seller doesn't want to lower their price yet. The buyer doesn't want to buy at that price yet. There's a stalemate. And so as soon as that stalemate ends and everything normalizes, everything should be, the world will come back to order
Right.
and the market will loosen up. And it won't continue to grow at the same speed that it was, as it shouldn't, because it was,
Yeah,
a
it was
little too
over-
hot.
Yeah.
So 4%, 4.5% for next year, that'd be great.
That's right. I think somewhere around 4.5% nationally. So bottom line is the market is just adjusting, and we're going to show you some good news just to prove it, because it's not two talking heads. It's some reports that are coming out that kind of back up what we're claiming. So stay tuned tomorrow and get these sent right to your phone by texting NREC to the number 58885.